4-3-1-2 because as I said, I had all these attacking players and I've had to try and squeeze 3 of them in out about the 10 or 12 that we had.
Far away.
Well, number one, I think goes without saying, he's world class. He's won everything in the domestic game, both here in the UK and in Europe in terms of with Ajax is Edwin van der Sar. Lucky enough to have 3 great years with him at Fulham. We got him from Juventus. It was a real coup at the time when we got him to come to Fulham.
Yeah, brilliant.
He left back John Beresford, who was very athletic up and down on the left-hand side. Great deliverer of the ball. As I said, really, really athletic. Not the biggest, but very competitive. Left-sided centre-half and left-footed Chris Coleman, who I played alongside and then ended up becoming my manager at Fulham. I actually keep convincing him I got him the job the day I scored the winner against Newcastle when he was interim manager. So my right-sided centre-half was just absolutely awesome in every sense of the word, and was 20 years ahead of his time because I talk about centre-halves wanting to come out and play. Well, no one was better than this guy, Philippe Albert.
Oh,
absolutely.
That goal against Man United.
I was going to say the goal in the World Cup as well against Germany, or 94.
Yeah. But he was that good. You could play him anywhere. I mean, he scored a goal one day against Manchester City, and he played about 8-1-2s going through centre half, centre midfield, centre forward, then just slipped it past the keeper. He was an out and out striker, so he was phenomenal. And a great guy, a real good guy.
The one that sticks in the head is the Man United. Sorry, I was going to say the one that sticks in the head, the chip against Man United.
Yeah.
Did you play in that, Lee? Was you playing in that game?
I was involved in that game.
Yeah, great. I remember that.
So, right back, obviously, a few options. Barry Venison was a very experienced player, very consistent. Big pal of mine, Steve Watson, who done really well as a right back. Steve Finnan, who I played with at Fulham, went on to win the Champions League at Liverpool. But I've gone for our own blue nose and captain of the Carling Cup winning team, Stephen Carr.
Yeah. What a man!
I played with Carsey. I played with Carsey second time round at Newcastle. We're good pals. We're very good mates, and we still keep in touch. We see each other quite regularly. He's living
over in Stonyard Plain.
You've got no chance. You've got no chance. Because he just doesn't. He's miserable. He doesn't want to speak to anybody. He's just a pain in the backside. Unless he's taking money off you playing golf. So that's me back four. The middle three is a flat three. Is Robert Lee. And he was an outstanding player. Came as a right winger. Ended up being a central midfield player. And probably
and obviously you managed his son, didn't you? Ollie Lee's son, obviously.
Yeah, I had Ollie. Ollie's now with Heart of Midlothian doing well. Elliot Lee, the other brother at Luton. So that was Rob was a phenomenal footballer.
Ollie Lee was always someone I felt a bit sorry for, because I think it was a fair minority, but it was a minority, but he used to get a lot of stick because people would say that you're only playing in the team because you knew his dad. But actually, I thought he was a half decent player for the time that we had. I thought, and to be fair, he's gone on to prove since then he's done well. To be honest, in his career.
Some of the games that we had a reputation at that time as well. We used to come strong in the last 30 minutes, didn't we? When sometimes you think the game's gone. And if you remember the cup tie against Stoke City, I think they would go 4-4. Ollie came on that second half, and I know it was the Mauri's debut, I think, but Ollie was phenomenal in the second half. He got the right on the right foot. Because we'd lost Wade Elliott, didn't Wade get sent off? We were man down as well.
Elbow, it was an elbow, wasn't it?
And we played brilliant second half. We they were in the Premier League at the time. We got the 4-4 and unfortunately lost it on pens. And I think Ollie played a massive part in that.
Yeah,
so, to be honest with you, me and Rob had many fallouts about over Ollie. Rob wanted me to pick him, and so there was never that pressure. It was actually the opposite. So I just felt he was a good footballer, and like what we had at the time in the market we were in, he fitted into that criteria because he wasn't costing a lot of money. So so obviously Rob Lee, got David Batty.
Yeah, he was a good player.
David was a holding midfield player, probably better than what people give him credit for at times. I said he was a little bit negative. He had 2 terrific feet, passing range, brilliant. We got on really well. He was a good guy. Even though me and him were vying for the same role at times, but he was really good. And then on the left, Go on, sorry.
Am I right in saying David Batty, he absolutely hates football, doesn't he?
Yes.
He absolutely hated the game.
So when he's left, he's never been seen. He's into superbikes, and he's not interested in football one little bit.
Wow.
So on the left of that three, you've got the playboy himself, the Greek god David Ginola.
Oh, what's a player?
What a player! But even us players used to fancy him. No, he came. We didn't know a lot about him when we signed him from Paris Saint-Germain, $2.5 million in the time, and we just this 6'3" winger, built like a, Greek god, and fantastic ability, left or right, cross, shoot, just and he was that good. The rest of us in the team decided to do an extra bit of work without the ball, because we knew that David's work without the ball wasn't great, but we knew that he'd win with so many games with the ball. We're prepared to do that. And that's how good he was. And there isn't many players you can really say that about, where the rest of the outfield players are prepared to do a bit extra, because then they knew this guy was going to be a match winner for you.
Yeah.
So that's me midfield three. I mean, I think David Batty and Rob Lee have a lot of work to do with David in there, but they have to just knuckle down and crack on. And then the one player in behind the strikers is obviously someone I've spoke about, is Peter Beardsley.
Yeah.
Who would be a maker and scorer of fantastic goals. And behind the front two that I've got, he'd be creating goals every couple of minutes for them. So, and that front two would be obviously Alan Shearer and a big pal of mine, Andy Cole, who. I don't know if you guys know about this, but Andy's record, something like 68, 69 goals in 83 games for Newcastle. It was a phenomenal.
Yeah. He's the third. He's the third highest Premier League goal scorer, isn't he?
Yeah, so he was phenomenal for us, and obviously went on to Manchester United and won many trophies there.
And also as well, Andy Cole didn't used to take penalties either, did he? And he's still the third highest Premier League goal scorer.
Yeah, never took a penalty, Coley. Never.